Contact, I'm catching on contact. Y'all right, y'all niggas ain't about that life.
There go the car, there go the crib, 100 mil, David Copperfield. David Copperfield. David Copperfield. There go the car, there go the crib, 100 mil, David Copperfield. David Copperfield. David Copperfield.
Nigga, fuck your life. Fuck your niggas and fuck your wife. Got 2 bad bitches with a nigga in, know they gon' fuck all night. And I rock all white. Nigga rich can cry. I pull up on my horse and I'm sitting on boards and the big boy drive. Call big boy shot. All play songs in my big boy watch. All year long, got a strip on lock. Every time we in this bitch, me and shit gon' pile. My hip on glide. Y'all hip on hard. My niggas got rats. Y'all niggas be trying. Red Cartier. Red bottom bitch. Red bottoms on her. Hair long as shit. Hold up. Yellow gold rope. Yellow bone hoe. And yellow bottoms the same, nigga. Whole pick some made niggas.
There go the car. There go the crib. 100 mil. David Copperfield. David Copperfield. David Copperfield. There go the
okay, it's not working anymore.
There go the crib. 100 mil. David Copperfield. David Copperfield. David Copperfield.
What up, guys? What up, peeps? You guys doing?
There go the car. There go the crib. 100 mil. David Copperfield.
Yeah, we did, dude. We did it. Turn my music down. Let me know if my music's too high. No, I'm happy, dude. Like I'm still ecstatic over what we did, and I'm not really. It hasn't sunk in that we're going to the Super Bowl yet. For me, at least, it hasn't really sunk in all the way in. So, you know, kind of just rolling with it right now until until I know everything's all set, bro. Until our next matchup, our final matchup of the year against the New England Patriots. So, it's gonna be probably a week until I make a video. Probably by next Tuesday, Wednesday, I'll have the Patriots video out. I'm not gonna put something out early yet. Gonna enjoy this win all week and enjoy what we did on the field, and get this big ass fucking win here. So, I love it. I really do. Egg Maniac, what's up, bro? Darius F, what's up, man? Yeah, unbelievable win, dude. Fucking absolutely great. Nick Foles, Nicky 9 is just, man, 350 something yards, 101, a 114 QB rating, man. Did very well. And most of the time I never mention QB rating, but I just said it because it feels good to say 114 anyway. Terrabelly, what's up, man? Yeah, we're gonna try, dude. We got a good chance, and hopefully get the first one. So I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it, Terrabelly. By the way, sub to Terrabelly. He's probably the most well-respected Giants fans on YouTube. Always eats his crow. Does his victory videos, does everything. Please subscribe to Terrabelly, please. Natrock, what's up, man? Chilling, dude. Another night, you know what I mean? But still not over this, dude, because I didn't expect this Vikings game to go that way at all because of just how, maybe I listened to too much media. Maybe I listened to way too much stuff. Oh, 141. Never mind. Sorry, Tommy Sheed. You're right. 100% right. Sorry. I thought it was 114. I guess I'm going out of my mind. It's exciting though, dude. Like it's a game where I actually wish now I fucking went to this damn game just to see what was going on. Daryl Brown, what's up, bro? Finally, thank you. You're in the chat. Awesome. Malik, what's going on, dude? You've been in here since I was in here, so it's gonna be fucking absolutely insane, dude. We're gonna have a fucking Eagles Super Bowl this year, and I was almost in tears yesterday. It was very close. I teared up a little bit But it was the real tears won't come down until we get that they get that W. So I'm excited. I can't ask for anything else, man. This would make my whole year. And just be proud that we got in there, we beat the best team in the league. Especially I want a shot at the Patriots. I want a shot at the Patriots. I want to beat the refs. I want to do whatever we could possibly do to win this game. Yeah, I'm telling you right now, if we play like that, yeah, dude, Terabelli, it's been a while, dude. It's been a while. It's been a while, dude. It's crazy. If you know what, it's us winning this Super Bowl would be ending a dynasty. Darius F. Saying the best way to start a dynasty is to end another's, which is true. It would be nice if we could take them out, and then hopefully if we could take them out, Tom Brady could just get out of the fucking league. Bill Belichick hopefully can retire soon. And, they have no quarterback after Tom Brady leaves. They got rid of Garoppolo to the 49ers. They really don't have much to go through. They have enough picks and they have enough cap to do whatever they want, of course. But to be honest with you, man, it's just something we have to do. We have to do this, man. This is our game to take away. You know what I mean? I understand Giant, Cowboy, every type of fan don't want us to get our first ring. I understand that. Trust me on that. I'm dying for one. I'm dying for it, and that's it. You know what I mean? I need this badly. It would be nice to have this. We made it, dude. I mean, honestly, the rest of the league has got to check us out now because you know what? We got a team now. A young team now, and it's just going to get better with years to come. It's just going to be better. Defense is going to be a lot better by next year. I already know that. The secondary, if we could shore up the secondary a little bit better, we'll be all right. But I think we're pretty good right now. For as much as we're thin at linebacker and, and everyone's just playing as like one heartbeat, that's all it really matters. I'm not buying a damn thing until we win this shit. I'm not buying anything because I want to get a Super Bowl fucking jersey, every fucking thing. I don't care how much it costs. I want to get, something for my own. The Jaguars just didn't have enough. They made too many mistakes. They had that game. They're on the 45 and they get a delayed game penalty. They get a holding penalty. They get 2 penalties that killed that, where they could have scored points, which ended up in a punt. So then, that steal by Miles Jack was definitely stolen. Miles Jack on that, the Patriots had that trick play. Miles Jack took it from the receiver. And they called the play dead when he wasn't even down. He would have scored a touchdown right there, and they stopped the play. Everyone saw that. So then they couldn't convert on that big play they got that Miles Jack took away. And, that's what fucking happens. It's absolutely a fucking mess. But somebody's got to beat these fucking guys, okay? But it is what it is. Terabelli, I can't lie in a way. I want you guys to win, add more hardware to the division, and hopefully light a fire under my team. Yeah, no, I mean, if us winning, makes, the rest of the NFC East more hungry, because I already know because the Giants have, new head coach and Pat Shurmur. As I heard, Jack Del Rio is the new, defensive coordinator. So it could work out. I think Pat Shurmur is actually a very good – he's actually a very good pick for you guys. Now it's just all about what they're going to do. They actually, if you were watching the Vikings game, they were talking about the Giants and Pat Shurmur when they showed him on the field. I don't know, man. I think he's going to try to resurrect Eli's career, which I don't think there's anything left in him. I know that he's got some years left. He could play for another 2 years, but I mean, you guys can't miss out on this QB draft this year. Nobody can. Like, really, if you're in need of a quarterback and you're in the top five picks of the draft, you got to go get somebody. The Giants have to get a quarterback this year. They have to go draft somebody, a starter. They need to get rid of Eli Manning. They need to go get some picks. They need to trade him to a team that's willing to fucking that really needs him badly, and they need to go after a first day starter, and I think they have one, in this draft this year. So that's what I think the Giants should do, but that's not me. So it is what it is right now, but. What this Eagles team should show everybody right now is that with all these injuries that we have, we still made it with a backup quarterback that has starting experience, that's played for this franchise before, that's put up good numbers before, and has been in the playoffs. So, has not been this, Nick Foles has never been in an NFC Championship game. He has never been in the damn Super Bowl. So let's not go far, too far ahead of ourselves right now. It's just the way it is right now. So, we'll see what happens, but as of right now, Nick Foles is on fire right now and going to do whatever we could possibly do to win a game. So, yeah, I'm on Facebook. I'm really not on it too much. I get on it once in a blue while, once in a while to check some things, but I'll accept it after I'm done with the stream tonight. Yep. Eagle Maniac Rosier. Our ring would be way better and more special than all rings by other NFC teams combined, and with us being the Patriots. If we get to throw in Tom Brady and in the Super Bowl, it'd be wonderful. I have so much faith in this coaching staff, in these players. It's such a treat just to go through this season how we did this year. And just you don't want bad things to happen to your team, but you really see what this team becomes. And we declined after Carson Wentz got hurt. Our defense wasn't playing well. It got really bad. But then as soon as we hit that Raiders game, as soon as we hit that, the defense was declining a little bit after the Seattle game. And then once Carson Wentz got hurt, it got worse. And then once we played that Raiders game, to take the first seed and win the division and finally get the home field advantage for first seed, it literally the defense just rose to the top, and they were just unstoppable. I'm telling you, I told Vikings fans this past week, I said, this D-line, Howie Roseman didn't have to go out there and sign a whole bunch. I mean, he did sign a whole bunch of people this year, but I'm saying, we signed 2 guys already. You literally have a D-line with so much depth right now. You still got Chris Long next year. You still got, you got some pieces. Derek Barnett, our first-round pick, got a stripped Case Keenum today for a fumble Chris Long, got in his hands. So, a lot comes into this, man. It's absolutely amazing, what this team has done. This defense is literally, so now this is going to be the first time, this team is not going to be home. It's going to be, in a neutral zone where there's going to be Eagles fans, Vikings, Patriots fans, So in the dome, and then we'll see what happens. But, people should really look at this team, take a nice blueprint from this team and say, hey, those little signings that really matter, those little tiny signings that we did, like little depth moves that we did, not the big crazy moves. But, we fleeced some teams this year, getting Timmy Jernigan from the Ravens. We traded and swapped third-round picks. Got Darby. Darby, that was probably the biggest one that costed us a high pick. Swapping picks isn't bad. But swapping the same pick in the same round isn't bad. But when you go after a corner, trade Jordan Matthews, to the, to the Buffalo Bills, and then, getting – I just had a brain fart, sorry. It's fucking late too. And then getting Ronald Darby in return he's a very young corner, and he's stepped up in these games. He especially in the red zone, he's been doing very well in the red zone. He's been really pushing. He's been leading with his body, taking these wide receivers out of the play, out of bounds, for the ball not even getting their area of catch. It's absolutely amazing, and they've all done well. Jalen Mills, that 7th-round pick, guys. Jalen Mills was a 7th-round pick when we drafted him in the 7th round, and he dropped in the draft a lot. We had some players that had off-the-field issues, and Jalen Mills was one of them. First had his first – sorry. had his first like rookie year. It was just up and down, up and down, up and down, which was perfectly normal and perfectly fine because that's what a rookie year is supposed to be like. And this year, it's been more on a high road than a low road. You know what I mean? Nobody's perfect. No fucking corner is perfect in this league. Okay, nobody is. Consistency, that's where it's going to matter the most. But Jalen Mills has been very nice for us. Russell Douglas, our third-round pick from West Virginia, led the whole country in interceptions. He's been very good for us. That's when Darby was out for 8 games. Ronald Darby came in, got a few picks this year. I think he only had 2 picks this year. But this whole defense is coming together. Timmy Jernigan got a 4-year extension. Alshon Jeffrey got an extension. You know what I mean? Guys are getting signed. We're building around. They're starting to lock guys up now, build around more guys. And once you keep locking up guys to contracts, you keep, you keep going, that's where it helps. You know what I mean? That's where it helps. So I'm proud of what this team has done so far. And you can't complain about how the season went this year, guys. We went through a lot of fucking adversity this year, really have, and it really shows. At the end of the day, it fucking shows. Oh, Larry, man, yeah, I was fucking too fucking cold, dude. I was way too cold, man. I was literally in that tent, like in front of the fire. I didn't even want to. I tried, man. I tried going out there. Like as soon as I took my one glove off, I had frostbite. I'm not even kidding. Like my hand went numb after literally keeping my hand in the cold, in the bare cold for literally 2 minutes. We gotta win this fucking game, though. That's just where it all counts. That's where it all goes. So, oh yeah, it's a long day. I'm off work tomorrow. I'm not doing much. I may look tired, but I'm actually not. I'm just my eyes are watery and stuffy as shit. I don't know why. But I'm still trying to wake up over this. We're going to the Super Bowl, but I still, we'll see where it goes. But I'm not doing much of anything. Anymore. So, I don't know what you guys think. What do you guys think about this Patriots game? Just to get a little move forward a little bit. What do you guys think about this Patriots game? Do you think that we have an advantage in this Patriots game other than the fucking refs and whatnot? What else you guys think? But I think we have a huge advantage in this Patriots game. The Patriots pass rush is not good whatsoever. Okay, and we have a very good offensive line to block these guys. I'm not worried about James Harrison or any of that shit. He broke a lot of plays in that Jaguars game, but he ain't nothing. He ain't what he used to be. No Darrell Brown. I do not live in Philly. I live in New York. I've lived in New York almost my whole damn life. I've moved about 15 times my whole life since I was little, so I've moved everywhere in New York. So that's the story with me. If anybody wants to jump in this, I'm down with it. If anyone got my hangout or whatnot, send me a message on my email, which I'm about to put on here. This way, send me a message on this. This way I can add you on here. Then I'll private message you I can send you guys an invite or whatnot. Whatever day. You guys don't have to join now, but if there's a day where you'll just message me and say, hey, can I join? And I'll just send you the link. Boom. Because you can't, if I put the link in YouTube, sometimes it turns up as an error. So if I privately message you on Google Hangouts, the actual link, it'll work on that. I don't know why shit just happens. So we'll see what happens. But I'm just yeah, I'm cool with it, bro. I'm cool with it. You're dude. Don't ask me, dude. Just come in. If you can't come in, ask me, because then I won't know if you want to come in. So hold on. What the hell I'm doing? I do have you on here. Never mind. Hold on, let me just copy the copy the fucking link. Well, what you talk about? Gangsters move silence. I don't talk a lot. Fuck me. Sorry. All right, 1 second. All right, I'm good. I'll send you the link now. I don't think anybody's on. Haven't seen Kevin. Haven't seen Big D. Big D messaged me earlier today. He was like, I hope you're enjoying your victorious day. Fly Eagles fly. Got that message this morning, which was nice. Everybody's just still ecstatic over this shit. So seeing these headphones work. And they do. Apparently you guys can hear me. It's a good thing. All I need is murder. You don't need. Get this going. Been listening to Meek Mill like crazy, bro. Been in that Meek Mill mood. Sometimes I get my Meek Mill mood. Like his old shit, his old ass shit. I love his old shit. They were singing this song in the locker room, and it was fucking funny. Like they were cursing, and Doug Pearson was in the middle. He didn't know the words of the song, but he was just like he had no idea what to fucking do, but just I guess celebrate. I don't know what the fuck. Spunky. Defense suspect. Cool, give me a sec. Headset. All right, no problem. Take your time, bro. Now, Pat, Malik, we've Malik, you have to send me another video, man, because I know you sent me that video last time, in your car and stuff, but you had your phone the wrong way, whatever you said before. No, dude, like the Patriots, like against the Jags, like I understand the Jags have good corners. I don't think they have the D-line that we have. They definitely have a good, all right start. They really couldn't get to Tom Brady. I was surprised they didn't get to Tom Brady more, and I don't know why. They didn't get to Tom Brady that much. They really didn't. But twice they took him to the ground. I mean, I thought, in that second half, they just disappeared, and they were just outcoached. Belichick outcoached that fucking Jaguars team. Really? Did you get my Hangout mail? No, I did not. Like your message on Hangouts? Yo, send me your email. Send me your email. Just type in my email. Type in my email when you search for somebody on the Hangouts. Type in the whole entire email, jkdesilva72@gmail.com. That's it. And then I should pop up, send me a message, and then I accept you, and then you're on the list. So I don't got to worry about trying to find you again. So you'll be on the list, and you're good. God, man. Really would. What's up, Joey? Various Styles. What's up, bro? Thank you again, bro, for the keeping things in perspective, man. You've been keeping it positive, and the passion is real. Much respect. Various Styles, thank you very much for saying that. If it was, I appreciate everything, like from not just you, but from everybody. I try to keep everything in perspective. I take everything one game at a time, but now there's really no more games to play except this last one. So it's the last one we got to talk about. So. But I appreciate Various. I really do, man. Yeah, I saw your comment today about the video I made today. You know, I don't plan these videos. You understand that? When I do my little recap videos, I don't plan shit in those videos. That's not scripted. That's all like, oh, I think I should do this. I think I should do this while I'm sitting here, literally just going. Like, I'm gonna go do this with this, and I'm gonna do this. So, you know what I mean? That's how it goes.
Ain't this what they've been waiting for? Ready?
Hey, Nat, what up, bro?
Not too much. What's going on?
Just chilling out, dude. Not much. Chilling. That, you know, hasn't really sunk in yet that we're going to the Super Bowl. I'm still fucking like freaking out over it inside. Like I woke up in a fucking dream, dude. Like I had a dream last night. Still.
Yeah.
Not even just trying to say that, but really just I'm still like surprised. I don't know.
I am too. Every time I like actually sit and think about it, I get a little teary-eyed. But it's not like I actually have to like sit and think about it. Like, we're going to the Super Bowl.
We're going.
I don't think it'll fully hit until
next week.
Watching it. Yeah.
Like the start of next week when they, you know, we start talking about the Patriots and shit. So it would be so nice to dethrone these fucking assholes. I swear. It'd be so nice. Mm-hmm. It's not even just us. It's helping these other teams, at least giving these other teams that there's hope that these Patriots aren't going to be on the top anymore. You know, but, you know, we'll see. But I think we could beat anybody. What's so, you know, I think.
Worried about refs. I mean,
yeah, I know. Trust me.
Even when TV personalities will sit and say that if the refs can make a call, they're gonna make it for the Patriots. I mean, you gotta admit it.
You know what, man? After I watched that game, that Jags game, like the friggin' call, dude. Like when Miles Jack got, you know, took the ball away from the defender on that little trick play, and they called the ball dead when it wasn't dead. He should have ran for a touchdown, should have scored. Would have put more points on the board. It would have been a nice lead. And they called the ball dead when he wasn't even down. He didn't even go down. He stole the ball and took it and started running. They called it dead. Guy didn't even get touched on the ground at all. So just shit like that pisses me off. So, I mean, the Jaguars they've never been in this. They haven't been in this situation in such a long time. You know what I mean? They just got out-coached in the second half. You know, they don't got any lockdown offensive line over there. And, you know, they're good, but they ain't no lockdown top. You know, they ain't the top offensive line in the league. You know what I mean? They make their blocks, but they're nothing special. Their pass rush ain't special. God, we have a lot over them. We have a lot of talent over them. I don't care who they have. You know, Tom Brady is the one guy I want to. You take Tom out of the game, you could beat this team.
Yeah, we have to hit them hard and often.
That's it. I think, you know, like I said, like every team, like just like the Vikings, just like the Jaguars, like they have a nice starting D line, but after that, what the fuck do they have? Like, you know, substitution wise, like who else do they have that's going to be that productive? Like, it's just they don't have what we have. No other team has what we have. Nobody. There's not one. Our second defensive line could start for another team right now. That's how bad it is. That's how crazy it is. I'm not saying they're bad. I'm saying that's how crazy it is. Like our second string could start for a whole nother team. I mean, that's true. It's absolutely crazy. So, you know, we'll see. We'll see what happens. But I'm in high praise for this team going in there to, going to the Super Bowl and doing some work, because I just, I could be like, I'm worried about Brandon Cooks or something, or I'm just focused on Brady, really. Other than that, I'm not focused on anyone else, because honestly, like, if you hit, Brady's very poised in that pocket. We know what he could do. He will throw a perfect ball right before he gets hit. Like, that's why you got to take him out quick. So, get a hand on him. He stays very, if the pocket is collapsing around him, he stays square in that pocket, and he moves up to as much empty space as possible to have that much time to throw the damn ball. So they got to collapse that shit. I mean, Jim Schwartz, he'll have a plan for it. I mean, I've seen him, they blitz in McLeod during the Falcons. They blitz in Jenkins. You don't know. Like, they stack all the guys up on the line, but nobody knows who the fuck, that offense is going to not even know who the fuck is going to blitz or whatnot. So, I mean, we'll see. But, I mean, this defense is playing lights out, and I absolutely love it.
We need somebody to go and steal Brady's magic yoga pants.
Whatever the fuck he's got over there, the fucking magic juice or whatever the fuck he's doing over there, drinking, eating, whatever it is, they gotta go get some of that shit.
Well, I guess he's kind of like a nut job, like Scientology level shit.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah. It's just crazy, but this is a big opportunity. This is a big chance, man. This team can go balls out and fucking take this shit over. Because, like, if they play like they played last night, forget it. They will beat this team easily. I'm not afraid of Malcolm Butler. I'm not afraid of Gilmore. I'm not afraid of either one of them. Over fucking rated, both of them. Gilmore gets paid way too much, and Butler is just Super Bowl hero. Now I'm a starter type guy. Other than that, I don't see anything in them. I don't. I think that Torrey Smith will have some opportunities. I think we'll have a lot of opportunities. Really.
I think it seems like we need a big play kind of early on to set the momentum, and after that, nothing kind of shakes us.
Right. I mean, that's what we tried to do this game. We tried to, throw the deep ball to Torrey Smith, had it right in his fucking hands, dropped it. And then, I mean, he redeemed himself, by a lot. I mean, I'll give it to him, because he really did, the little flick pass, to the corner of the fucking pylon, and then, just little wide receiver screens with him. He almost broke for one. Trey Waynes just got his legs, just got his ankles, would have probably been out. I mean, Torrey Smith got speed. Don't get me wrong. Like, when he's running straight, he's running straight, diagonal. He's good. Like, he'll get the speed. He's fine. Like, that's the Torrey Smith. That's the Super Bowl champion Torrey Smith. That's who we wanted. That's who we need to be producing every game on this team like that. You know what I mean? So, and the problem was this year too, Carson Wentz was going to his second year, and there was a lot of shit. New head coach going to his second year. It was a whole bunch of shit, but we didn't have our identity earlier in the season, like, at all. We didn't have any identity whatsoever. Like, we were trying to find ourselves. We were fucking bitching about Doug's play calling. Alshon Jeffrey barely got the ball. Like, Garrett Blunt didn't even get the ball in the fucking Kansas City game. I mean, it was just like question mark everywhere. So now everything has come together pretty damn well. And after making a few moves, doing a few things, I think we got the team that we wanted, and hopefully, these guys are definitely meshed together and done whatever they could do. So, I have no problem the way this team is right now. We're a very balanced team, offensive to defense, and I just don't see the Patriots. I could see them winning shit. I could see them, cheating everyone out of fucking games. I mean, I live by a whole bunch of Jet fans. Okay, New York Jet fans, and one of my friends is a New York Jet fan and hates Tom Brady. I mean, there's a bunch of them. I wore my jersey today near work, and I was going to the store, and you know, I had a few people come up to me and say, man, you guys played a really good game, like just random people. And they're just like, you know, please beat Tom Brady, please. Like they want him dethroned off. They just don't want to see him win again. They really don't. And I don't blame them. And it's, you know, as much as, you know, we're fucking hated, you know what I mean? But I don't fucking care. I mean, we're used to this shit by now. I mean, it's just old. You know what I mean? The media acts like every other fan base doesn't do stupid shit. Like we're the only fan base that does dumbass shit. You know, and they had a video of all these Vikings fans when they were leaving. I'll never come back here again. Like, then don't fucking come back again. You don't want you shouldn't have fucking packed your fucking bags, got on a bus, a charter plane, wherever the fuck you came from, and should have went to this damn shit. Shouldn't have even went. That these people are horrible and blah 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 blah. Fuck out of here. Fuck out of here, you bunch of fucking softies. Get the fuck out of here. The fucking joke. It is. What a joke. Couldn't believe the videos I saw today of those Vikings fans leaving Philly. I'm like, I'm never going back there. I'm like, oh, God.
But they're online now talking about how they're gonna make hell for Eagles fans in their hometown.
Okay, go ahead. You want to spend a shit ton of money on a ticket just to boo the team or whatever? It is what it is. I mean, I don't know what they're hating us for. They just got fucking smacked and slaughtered. So, I mean, they're acting like the refs cheated them out or, you know, we stole the game from them. Yeah, we stole it all right. We fucking manhandled them fair and fucking square. They just weren't ready to fucking play at all. They were just not ready. That team wasn't ready. And I already knew from day one, from the damn start, that fucking, you know, if Keenum was going to get his chance, he would not bring that team to the Super Bowl. He just can't, dude. He doesn't have the genetics, the athleticism to be in the Super Bowl. He doesn't. He doesn't have it. He does not. I don't care how many weapons are around him. He's not. He is not the guy.
Plus, his coaches didn't trust him. Coaches and team.
No. And you know what? They were playing this quarterback controversy thing, man. Like, they've been like that all year. Fucking Sam Bradford played horrible in that Bears game. It was a Monday night game against the Bears. He looked like absolute shit. So one of my friends of 12 years, you know, is a Vikings fan. He's, you know, I mean, I know a lot about the Vikings because, you know, I talk to him mostly every day. So, you know, he, you know, I know what's going on with the team and shit, but, you know, they got a lot of shit to figure out because, you know, they're in a spot where they need to figure out they got every quarterback going to free agency this year. I don't think the Vikings are going to go sign Keenum. I highly doubt it. I think another team will take a chance on him. I think, you know, he can compete and get to the playoffs, but I don't think he's winning the Super Bowl. I don't see that with Keenum at all. And, especially for a guy that's, you know, he literally, you know, there's some quarterbacks that get nicked in the arm and they can still make a pass. Like this guy got literally nicked by this much by, you know, I mean, just threw at least one, almost an interception to McLeod, another interception to McLeod that almost happened. Caught that. I mean, just from, you know, someone just, I mean, he lightly, I mean, it didn't take much. It really didn't. It really did not. But we'll see though, man. I'm loving it. I really am.
I don't see how we can lose.
No, I don't.
At this point, I mean, especially if we play the way we did, I don't know how. I mean, every single person on our offense that can touch the ball is going to fight and gouge for every yard.
Yeah.
The Patriots defense has gotten better, but it's not.
This year, you mean?
Yeah. I mean, from the beginning of the year, they've gotten better.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I'm not saying they're playing like shit, but I don't see I I think we can. I honestly think what scheme we can play against a team like that. I think we could beat that. I think we could beat them. We got. You know what I mean? We got speed. We got size. We got the players to do it. I mean, you know what? The Jaguars. I mean, I'm not even just going to take the Jaguars game out of it because it's just the Jaguars just can't do it. I mean, they just can't do it offensively. Like they just did way too many shit wrong. Like they used Fournette. Like they were doing like halfback tosses to Fournette. Like he can't run sideline to sideline. He can't run around a whole defense like Jay Ajayi can. He can't do that at all. Like he can't do that whatsoever. They were using that TY whatever his fucking name is, whatever the hell that other running back from Jacksonville. It's actually that's good. He's fast and he can bulldoze people if he has to. They used Fournette way too fucking much. First half was good, but running up the middle, up the gut, but he ain't running around anybody.
No,
it's not gonna happen.
He didn't look too good in the second half.
No, the adjustments. I'm telling you, like you're not gonna fool. That's why doing these different plays, like doing a shuffle pass, whether it's a shuffle pass, a little flea flicker, some shit like that. Like we did that jet sweep with Aguilar once today. They never fucking went to it again. You know what I mean? Like they knew. They said, all right, not gonna do it. Not gonna waste our time because they already know it's coming and they watch the film. So, I mean, they're going to watch the playoff film. Of course they're going to watch it. So they know that's coming. See, Aguilar in motion, it makes it obvious. I mean, probably going to go that way. He's not motioning behind the quarterback. He's motioning right in front of him, right against the line at that exact moment as he hikes the ball. So, they read that shit well. But, it's all about preparing, and it's, it is what it is. So, we'll see what happens, but, it is what it is.
Yeah, I mean, again, I mean, the biggest thing that worries me is it's the refs. I mean, Tom Brady.
No. Tom Brady is I've just had enough. Everybody's just had enough. We got to end this shit. We just got to end this shit. That's all, man. I don't want to see him win either. I'm tired. Everyone's tired. The whole country is tired of it. Nobody wants to see this shit anymore. It's just can't. It's just nobody needs to see it anymore. It's done. I got Giants fans at work. Telling me, like, look, we don't care if you get your first ring. I cannot see Tom Brady get another fucking ring this year. I mean, there's just some of them that are just – some of them don't want us to even – neither team to win, and some of them are just just want the Patriots to fucking lose because everyone doesn't like the Patriots. No one does. I mean, they take those wins for granted, man. They take everything. Like, same thing as, like, when I saw Bill Belichick hand the fucking trophy over, you see this, like, he just, like, literally took the trophy he looked at and he just gave it to somebody. Like, who gives a fuck, right?
Yeah.
Like, who gives a shit? Hot potato. Here you go. A fucking
it's
joke.
Spunky, you're right. The Jaguars players were way too cocky. They went into that. I mean, how do you call you're going to win the Super Bowl before you even beat the next team? Yeah, totally agree. They were way too cocky.
Yeah, Jalen Ramsey especially. He said before that game, we're going to the Super Bowl. Dude, like, you can't do that. The only thing that we've said so far about the Patriot, like, or just in general, like, I think Lane Johnson talked a little shit, but I think that was it. He called him like pretty boy. He called him like a pretty boy or some shit like that. I don't know. He said some shit about, whatever. Who gives a shit, right? But we got the weapons. We got the team to do it, man. At every position, we got the team to do it. Do.
Yeah, there's no reason we can't get pressure on Brady.
No. Got every chance, dude. I'm telling you, they gotta work on technique this week. They need to close some shit up and do their damn thing, and that's it. Like they could do it, man. I'm telling you, they could do it. And who knows, man? We said this shit last week. We said that we are gonna have a tough fucking matchup this week, but last week, or about the Vikings game. We thought the game would go over fucking 20 points, and look what fucking happens.
Oh, he froze, or is that me?
I'll say. I mean, it's gonna be weird because, when's the last time I don't think I've ever made a Tom Brady video in my fucking life or a Patriot video in my fucking life. I don't even think I've made a video ever on the Patriots. No, I probably wouldn't have because I just started YouTube, the beginning of the 2016 season. So no, I have not. But we'll see what happens, but this is just it's just they need to just go after this offensive line and just get his ass on the they got to deal with Fletcher Cox, man. And Calais Campbell is not Fletcher Cox. Okay, let's get this. He's a Pro Bowler, but he ain't no Fletcher Cox. That's number one. Marcel Darius, the other D tackle, he ain't no Timmy Jernigan, he ain't no Fletcher Cox. Okay, so take that out of the equation too. But they have no depth behind that team. Like they got no depth, and the Patriots were offensively, getting a little screw on them, so they tired them out, and just that's what we did to the Vikings. We tired them the fuck out. Finished with Blunt for a touchdown. Finished with whatever touchdowns we got. We tired this team out. We tired them out. We were on the field on offense for so fucking long. It was just ridiculous how much time we were taking. A lot of time.
Yeah, this might come down to the battle of the wills.
100%.
Whoever's team gets broken first.
Yeah, dude, it's just, it's absolutely insane. I'm not going to go into it so damn much, but they could win this fucking game. I'm like, this isn't like we have to get lucky on some plays. Like they can legitimately beat this fucking team. I don't see why not. I think it's really going to come down to coaching. Honestly, I think it's going to come to play calling and coaching and adjustments. That's where the game is going to become more important because you ain't going to fill Bill Belichick at all. You're really not.
Yeah. Come down to Belichick versus Peterson.
That's it. I mean, I remember it was like, mentor and apprentice between, when we played Kansas City Chiefs and, we got out-coached, outsmart, that game, 13-13 in the fourth quarter and didn't use Blunt. We fumbled the ball, I think, twice. I thought we had a punt return. I think Darren Sproles had a punt return, fumble. He muffed the punt. And then I think Wendell Smallwood fumbled the ball. I forgot who fumbled it. But it was a bad, mistakes like that, led to a loss. So, but that was week 2. So, it's a huge difference from week 2 to now. Our team looks totally different from when it did week 2. It's just.
And that might have just been Doug playing himself because it was against Andy Reid, his old.
Yeah. So that was a big game for him, dude. That was big. That's when we, everyone thought the fucking, Kansas City Chiefs were on fire. They were on fire at that time. They were hot right at that moment. Just like when we caught the Chargers when they weren't hot, but they were 0-3. But we came off an emotional game. Like the Chargers were 0-3, and they didn't lose by much in those 3 games that they played. We beat them 26-24, but it was close. And then right after they lost that game, they were on fire after that. I think it was like 4 or 5 games straight on fire. So I mean, you know, you got to catch teams at their weak point. So you know, I wanted to win that opener with the Redskins really badly. That was like I was talking to those Redskin fans all off season, like there was no fucking tomorrow, bro. Like 5 years straight, not five, like five games straight of losing to this fucking team. And 2 of those times were for literally, you know, staying alive to get in the fucking playoffs and win the division. But that didn't happen. You know, we always, you know, choked at the last minute or just got demolished, one or the other. So, you know, we've been in a really comfortable year because we have at least average over 30 points a game. You know, it's been very comfortable because, you know, with Carson Wentz, you could just extend plays and everyone's getting a touch on the ball, which is even better. You're not relying on one guy. You're not relying on 2 guys. You're not relying on one running back. You're relying on the whole team. And Carson Wentz put this team on his back and put the city on his back. You know, with Nick Foles, it's looking like that now. I mean, let me tell you, like, you know, Nick Foles started too late in the season, man. Like, for this injury happened at the wrong time. And it did. Case Keenum had that happened to him early in the season. He became, you know what I mean? He started early enough to where he had enough games under his belt to be comfortable. Nick Foles didn't have enough games under his belt. Number one, because we didn't go to the Chip Kelly offense immediately. He barely tweaked the offense in the beginning, which, you know, the Giants game was, you know, 4 touchdowns, but you know, what did that lead to, really? I mean, the Giants were horrible, so I wasn't taking that perspective. But it looked good. 4 touchdowns, it's not bad for a first start. But, you know, after that Raiders game, I was like, God damn, like, they need to do something. So finally, they started him in the Cowboys game. They only put him in for a quarter. You know, he threw some really bad passes. The receivers were dropping the balls, too. He threw a pick right to the fucking corner when he was throwing the Alshon. He said he threw it up, but he threw it like a fucking bullet. I don't know what up means to him, but he threw it like a bullet. And then had that bye week, which was practice, and then had another week, which is practice for, you know, the first, you know, divisional game against the Falcons. And honestly, you know, the first half wasn't bad, could have done better, but second half was good. But every pass Nick Foles threw in this Vikings game was absolutely perfect. He looked poised. He looked great in that pocket, not afraid of getting hit, not afraid of anything. It looked absolutely perfect for me. So I think he's caught up now.
Yeah, and it was really cold on that Raiders game.
Oh, yeah.
I think the cold affects him more than the team wants to admit.
I don't know. You know what? I could say it does, but I think by now, I think it's fine now. I mean, for this game, you don't have to worry about weather now. I mean, it's in a dome, so you don't got to worry about that shit. No, I mean, Nick Foles was played in the cold in the past, of course, you know, but I'm not even worried about that, but he's got a big opportunity ahead of him, man. And we're doing this without Carson Wentz, which is just blowing my mind away. But at the same time, it's blowing my mind away, but at the same time, it's not, because Nick Foles is not just some random-ass practice squad fucking backup. This guy is, you know, he's not some journeyman quarter. I mean, I don't even want to call him a journeyman quarterback, because honestly, dude, like he was dealt a really bad fucking hand. Number one, being traded, you know, just because he had a shoulder injury in 2014, and then they, you know, decided to get rid of him. They go get this other bag of shit and fucking Sam Bradford, and you know what I mean? It's even Sam Bradford had a good year with us, but he had an even better year with the Vikings after that, and then had knee problems after that. So, you know what I mean? So I'm not regret. You know, I'll never regret getting Wentz, or you know what I mean? I think we needed a change, and we got the change that we needed and wanted. And, you know, it's going our way. I mean, we thought this was going to be a nice, long rebuilding process, but it only took 2 years to get what we needed. And Howie Roseman pulled it off. He got executive of the year this year. And, you know, things are going and moving in our direction. This division could be ours for, you know, the next decade or more. So I'm happy with what we have, so I can't complain right now.
Yeah, and I mean, Foles wasn't even traded because he was like doing bad or anything. It was a Chip Kelly thing.
Yeah, it was, dude. And honestly, like, even the whole Pat Shurmur thing too. Like, I have nothing against Pat Shurmur. I had nothing. Billy Davis, I fucking hated. I hated Bill Davis. But Pat Shurmur, I never had anything against him. Like I told my friend Colton as a diehard, Vikings fan, I said, look, like we had Pat Shurmur, but he had no control over anything. The problem is I don't even know why you even hire an offensive coordinator. I don't even know why you hire these guys. I mean, because honestly, it's just like they have no final say in anything. They're not in charge of the roster. They don't want they can't give out their feedback, their opinions, because it's not their final say. Chip Kelly had the final say in everything, even though till this day he'll deny it, but has had that's just how it's been. So we really don't know. Like when Chip Kelly got fired week 15, and then we played the Giants the last week, the last game, DeMarco Murray couldn't, break off a run that whole year. And he broke off like I don't know, what was it, a 50-something, 40-something yard run, whatever, for a touchdown, like made it look fucking easy. Just by, when Pat Shurmur became the interim coach the last game, he tweaked the offense a little bit, and look how much of a difference it made. So, I mean, it's a blessing that Nick Foles knows this old system that he used to play with the RPOs and everything. So, I mean, it's a blessing. So I'm glad he's not under center all the time. I think the RPO is great because you don't know whether he's going to hand it off. He's going to keep the ball in his hand. He's going to throw it real quick. He literally threw the ball so damn fast. Or at Good Morning Football was showing all these clips of Nick Foles, like they were timing his throws. They were like under a second or a second. So he's throwing bullets. So, I mean, you have to put Nick Foles in his comfort zone and what he's doing. So, and it's working out. So can't complain about that.
Yeah, and if you don't give the defense time to read a play, they can't stop it.
Mm-hmm. It just happened so fast at that moment. It just happened so fast. So like he literally just takes the ball. I mean, it's up to him. It's all up to him. It's not, I mean, however it works, if he sees a guy if he sees a matchup he likes and he sees that, you can see if someone's going to get beat. If you're one of your receivers is going to beat somebody, you could see it. And honestly, I was very proud. I said for this game, I said, you know what, like everyone's got to touch the ball, and everyone did, man. Like even Zach Ertz, look what Zach Ertz did. Like he's a security blanket for Wentz. Now he's a security blanket for Nick Foles now, which is great. So can't really complain about that. That's the Zach Ertz I've wanted to see, because it was like, this is how Zach Ertz's like season would go. He'd get hurt in preseason, and then he would just like not be throwing the ball, get a few catches at the beginning of the year, then he'd disappear in the middle of the year, and then he'd come back in December because we called him Decemberts. I don't know how many fucking times. So then, what I mean? It's just been like, this is the Zach Ertz we've been waiting for. Every player has stepped up. Zach Ertz, Alshon Jeffrey, and Nelson Aguilar have over 7 touchdowns apiece this year. No one has 1,000 yards, but you don't need one receiver to have the 1,000 yards. Who cares? It's not about that. They're more about they're not worried about their own stats. You know what I mean? You don't want any we have no cancers in the locker room. That's what's really good about this team. So
yeah, everybody is going to just do what they need to do.
Wheezy, what's up, bro? But it's been exciting road. I'm no matter what happens in the Super Bowl, I'm gonna be pissed if we lose this shit, because you can't lose this game. you just can't. This is an opportunity that I'm not saying we'll never get it again, but if you want to take it, this is the year.
Yeah, this would be a perfect way to start it off, too, because I have a feeling we're going to go there more than just once with wins.
Yeah, no. There's Nick Foles. I mean, Carson Wentz will have this team on his back. Trust me. He'll have the city and the team on his back next year. Trust me. It'll be – I know, Weezy. We came too far. I know. We've come too far to fucking lose. We can't. It's not. We have this just. Oh man, we can't. We can't lose this fucking game, dude. Stunned.
Alshon was trying to make it out that they're trying not to overthink it and not, that it's just another game that they have to win. But I mean, it's a big game.
Yeah, and the funny thing is, like you just said, they just think of it as another game, which that's what they've been doing all year. And like, when they first were getting the playoffs, like, oh, this is just another game. It's like, all right, well, it's another game, but it's a pretty damn important game. So, don't go too far with that. But if it works out for them, it works out for them. It is what it is. It's them. I mean, we're not in the locker room. We don't see what they're doing every day. We're just seeing articles and hearing news and seeing some video clips here and there. So what do we know? But we're just we're seeing what's going on, but you know what? If it's working, the underdog thing definitely working, and especially it's this week. It's probably the biggest point differential, 5 point something, differential, the biggest underdog differential, and we've been doing so. We'll see by that time, but I have a lot of faith in this team. They're gonna fight, man. This is this is big. They know it's big for the city, big for the fans. You know what I mean? So they're gonna put on a fucking show. Trust me. This is 15 years, man. 15 years, and we're gonna get our fucking revenge. We're gonna get it back. I'm hoping we get it back.
I think so.
Lost by a hair, you know what I mean? By a few points, but it's just that was just a really bad game. That was a really bad game that they played. Too many. Oh my god! Between the receivers, not catching the ball, they'd be tipping the ball, and I mean, I think they had I think the Patriots had like 3 picks, crucial picks in that game, and it was just bad. So, yeah, Weezy, we ain't going down without a fight. A fight is right. This team. I'm telling you, even when Malcolm Jenkins, dude. Let me tell you, like when he's saying, like if it's like if you don't think we could do this, go the fuck home. If you don't think, if you're not setting this right, if you're not set, if this shit isn't set in your stomach right now that we're gonna go far and go get this, like you might as well just go home. And that's what he told everybody, last game. So, you know what, like it's true, man. It's just. It's not like like the Rams didn't make it because they were such a young team. That's the one reason. Like the Falcons, I didn't take them seriously too much because honestly, like the Rams couldn't make it because they were just a way too young team. And then you know what? We have a lot of vets on this team. You got Torrey Smith that's won a Super Bowl. Malcolm Jenkins has won a Super Bowl. LeGarrette Blount's won 2 Super Bowls. Brent Selleck's a vet that's dying for a Super Bowl. I mean, you got the guys that have never tasted this. You know what I mean? Like Alshon Jeffrey has not tasted this, has never been to the NFC Championship game. Jay Ajayi probably would have never, if he wasn't even traded, he probably would have never saw an NFC Championship game or even go to the damn Super Bowl. No, not at all.
No, I think that's why he was crying after the game.
Mm-hmm.
He knew coming to this team is why.
And if you looked on that Twitter feed under that video, it was a lot of it. A lot of those people were fucking, because they probably follow him on, on Twitter and stuff. Or a lot of Miami fans were saying, please, like they were like, we're glad you're doing good in Philly. You made it. They just said beat Brady. That's all all those Miami Dolphin fans were just telling him like just beat Brady. That's all we want. Do it for the whole entire NFL. Do it for everybody. Take them out. Punish them, and make sure that you make a statement. This is a statement game. This is the fucking statement game you want. You know what I mean? Because if you beat the Patriots, man, you end all the fucking talk. I mean, there's still gonna be stupid shit. You know what I mean? You beat the Patriots. Let me tell you something. Like if the Patriots lost that game against the Jags, let me tell you something. The excuses would come out. It would be like Tom Brady's hand. I already knew that shit is going to happen. I already knew that shit was going to happen. If the Jags end up winning that game to go to the Super Bowl, forget about it. There'd be excuses up the ass for Brady because of his stitches in his hand. I mean, he had 12 stitches and 12 stitches above the fucking thumb knuckle. I mean, you're acting like it's across his whole fucking hand. It's just the excuses. Forget it. It would have come out. I want to beat this team fair and fucking square. That's it. Just go fucking get it. Go do it. And that's it.
Yeah, I want a game called like the way they called the Eagles game. They really let them play and stuff I didn't really see. Well, Selleck got a holding call that wasn't there,
Mm.
and it wasn't a hold. But that's about it. That was about the only questionable call in that game. So
Yeah, I was already worried about Ed Hockley refereeing that game, and I didn't really know. I was so focused on the game, I didn't realize. I was like, holy shit! Like Ed Hockley has been actually, it's been actually a pretty clean game. I mean, not for, I mean they had like three penalties for three penalties for, I think like 63 yards, like something crazy. What I mean, just nuts. A few penalties for like 63 yards, but we were clean, except we got a few at the end of the game. I mean, one was a fucking personal foul, um, but that was it though. Other than that, we were totally fine. The offensive line was very crisp. I mean, I'm glad we have Jeff Stoutland, our offensive line coach. Man, he's been doing a good job with everybody. And I mean, Halapuli Vaitai, man, Big V. He was blocking Harrison Griffin all day, and he did a great job. Did an absolute amazing job.
He stepped up. I mean, big,
huge, man. Let me tell you, like his second year, and he's gonna go on to his third year soon. And I honestly, dude, like that's a good backup right there. We found a good backup. He was what round did we get him in? I totally forgot. He was a late pick, I think, because I think it was Isaac Samalo. I think it was a third or a fourth round. And then we got, I think Big V was a 6th round pick.
6 or 7.
I think it was a 6th. I think, but fucking steal, dude. That was a steal. It's just it's not even just. It's about how he got. It's about him getting coached. That's all it is. I mean, it is, dude. He's got the size. I think he's like 6'6", 320 something. He's a big dude. He's not. He ain't. He's a big guy. So, plus Jason Peters mentoring him. It's just been absolutely amazing. I mean, after we lost Jason Peters, then it worked out. You know what I mean? I think if this was his first year starting, he'd probably take a while, and that probably wouldn't have turned out too great. But after having that Redskins game last year, gave up a few sacks to fucking Ryan Kerrigan, you know what I mean? And then when Wentz got fucking destroyed in that fucking game, we just totally got creamed in that game in Washington. He made it, and ever since that one day, he had his first start at playing the Redskins, and after that, he was fine. I really didn't complain. I mean, he gave up, I think, a few sacks during the year, nothing crazy. But this year, he was he played very. That whole offensive line as a unit has really came together this whole year. Really, top 3 offensive line in the league.
Yeah, I mean, we've made some good defenses look silly.
You got Pro Bowlers on this team. You got the right side's probably the best right side line in the whole league right now. Brandon Brooks and Lane Johnson.
Who do you think? Yeah, Weezy. I've noticed that too. He'll still talk shit about Wentz, but he'll low key be like, "I knew these Eagles were going all the way. I've said it this whole time." But then he'll be like, "Oh, but this proves that Wentz isn't an MVP." Yeah, he's fucking snake tongue, man. He's double faced.
Yeah. Like he likes Foles, but he doesn't like Wentz, and that makes absolutely no fucking sense because he said yesterday or today, whatever the fuck it was today, probably early this morning. He said that Carson Wentz didn't make their the players around him better. The players around him, it goes both ways. It is hand in hand about making the quarterback better, but at the same time, how many times did he extend plays with his feet this year and make big ass plays? A lot. Did Dak Prescott do that this year at all? Did he extend his feet and make the plays that fucking Carson Wentz made this year? Look at the fucking stats. The stats will fucking tell you.
And this argument being used, but Alshon was going to go to a different. Other teams were offering Alshon money, weren't they? But he wasn't making a name really at the Bears.
No. The Bears tried to retain him. The Colts came in and tried to swoop him. I don't know why the Colts would even waste their fucking time. They have receivers. They just don't. They don't have an offensive line, and they have an all right, reliable running back in Frank Gore, but that's really it. And then you had the Vikings that literally came out and was like, "Hey, like all these, we'll give you incentive money. We'll give you a long-term deal, and probably a big. It was a big ass deal apparently, and he turned it down because you know what like I said, like free agents are gonna want to fucking play with Carson Wentz. I'm telling you right now, like who does not want to play with this team right now? Who doesn't want to be? If you want to be a star and you want to be something on this team, this is why. Like it's gonna, like let me tell you, like even I've had my shit about Torrey Smith this year. He's shown up. He really has. You know what I mean? He hasn't been consistent all year at all. But honestly, dude, like Torrey Smith, like, I'll kind of be like, it'll suck to lose him probably. But if they get rid of Torrey Smith this year, that means they're going after somebody, a low-key deep threat. And if there's a big name deep threat that wants to, sign with the Eagles and prove himself this year and a little prove it type thing, then that's up to them. Is proving it more important or taking, we're not giving anybody big money, not for a deep threat. No, that's only if they want to come here and prove themselves because, we're not going to have the cap for that. Like we're going to have cap, but they're not going to waste it on one deep threat player that, you can't. I'd rather have somebody prove it than, paying somebody big money. That's what I'd rather have.
Is Torrey on a contract or just a 1 year?
It's a 3-year, $16 million deal, but they can easily get rid of him after this year because it's not going to – the dead cap won't be bad at all. So they can easily get rid of him after this year. So, I mean, we've been going after Torrey Smith for the past few years. I mean, we were trying to get him last year, and we didn't make a move. We finally made the move this year, you know what I mean? Like, but you know what I mean? He didn't have a good year prior to this year. He only had like 300 yards receiving. It was bad. It was like in the 300 range. It wasn't good. Didn't have a good year. But at the same time, the fucking 49ers didn't have a quarterback that could throw deep. Do you expect them to have a good year when the quarterback, you know what I mean? You can't, you can't expect that, but you know what I mean? You're going to lure free agents to this team and, especially, do I think we should get a younger deep threat? Yeah, 100%, definitely. We need someone a lot younger and that could run more than, just going vertical. I mean, not saying that Torrey Smith can't do it, but I mean, dude, I like Torrey Smith. I have nothing, as a person, I have nothing against him. Nice guy, you know what I mean? And, he's made plays, he has, but it's just consistency. That's all. That's all it is. When you have Deshaun Jackson out there back in the day, he stretches out the defense like it's crazy. I mean, he was pretty much a nice decoy. Torrey Smith's been a nice decoy for us, to be out in the field. But if he can make those plays, it's just the chemistry wasn't there on the long ball at all for all year. We really didn't throw deep balls all year. Torrey Smith caught what? This is only his second touchdown this year. That's it. I mean, technically one touchdown. He only had one touchdown, I think. I could be wrong, but I think he only had one, which was the Cardinals game on the deep ball? I think that's it. Really, other than this, for the regular season stats, I think he only had one touchdown. I think that was it. But you can't even blame that either because we've been giving the ball out to everybody. I mean, everyone's got a piece of this ball this year. If you have we had 3 receivers going over 7 touchdowns. I mean, there you go. I mean, that's where it all counts right there. It's not, it's not like it's – then our record would be different. If none of those guys had the touchdowns they had, our record would be very different right now. But
do you think they'll get rid of him though?
What?
Torrey. At this point, it's kind of a toss-up, but I mean, if he really pulls through in the Super Bowl and stuff, I mean, we give him another year and try to blame it on lack of chemistry.
That depends. Yeah, definitely. I think another year would help. But I think It all depends on – it probably depends on who they trade, how much cap space they save, and the moves that Howard Roseman just makes before we hit free agency. So that's where – that's where it all starts pretty much. So that's just it. That's where it just depends where we are with the cap because, you still got Brandon Graham going to be a free agent. You still got Nigel Bradham is probably one guy I'd probably sign for another 2 years. Probably, I'd probably, what I mean? So I don't know what's going to happen with, Brandon Graham. I don't think if someone's going to leave, it's going to be Vinny Curry. If someone's going to leave, it's going to be Michael Kendricks, and they're both going to get traded, and they're going to have a lot of value. And they've, Kendricks had a really good year. So, I mean, with Jordan Hicks gone, it was his opportunity to step up and show what he could do. And he looked good in preseason, and until now he's looked absolutely amazing. So, and then Vinny Curry's just been, teams are starving for DNs. I mean, for edge rushers, there'll be a lot of teams going after him. And let me tell you something: Howard Roseman's going to be in the fucking hot seat on the high chair, and he's going to throw out some numbers, throw out some, what he wants for a player. And trust me, he won't. We will not get fleeced. Getting rid of a player because that's Howie Roseman's definitely not going to let that happen. I have 100% faith in Howie Roseman, what he does in the offseason. It's just we'll be surprised, and we've been surprised. So I think that's the starting point. It's what Howie Roseman does, the moves he makes before we hit free agency. Then we'll get if Torrey Smith gets let go, then something's going to happen.
Gets let go. Do you think we even go out, or do you think they'll try to do something with Hollins? Because Hollins has been good.
You know what? Like I thought about the whole Hollins thing too, but I think Hollins is more of a special team / backup wide receiver. I know he started games. I know he's been in there for Torrey Smith when Torrey Smith couldn't do anything. But I don't know if he's that. I mean, it's amazing because he's like the same height as Jeffrey, and he literally can. He catches the ball. He's very crisp, and you know what I mean. But I don't know if he's that deep threat. He's more of a complimentary wide receiver that can go in and be productive, but He was drafted mostly because of his he's probably one of the best special team guys, one of the best special teamers that came out of the draft. So and he only dropped in the draft. He was supposed to be a second round pick. He dropped in the draft because he had a really bad shoulder injury, right? Last year, before the draft and everything. So he was hurt and was training to get back. So he dropped in the draft. He dropped to the 5th round, whatever the hell it was. So we'll see. We'll see what happens with that. But I don't think Mack Hollins is going to be that guy. But no, they'll keep him on the team, though. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, I like Mack Hollins a lot, but I don't think he's that true deep threat that we need. We need somebody that literally,
Go after somebody I'd like a vet.
Yeah, I don't. We gotta go. You gotta go young, man. Like you only use free agency. You should only use free. You got to build through the draft because especially I'm glad we're keeping Joe Douglas around because honestly, you got to really just. Free agency is literally it's for needs, but you can't make the free agency like your own draft. You can't just have free agents like Chicago Bears went in the free agency hardcore and got his literally I think they got at least 6-7 people within a week of free agency. It was just nuts. You can't build your team through free agency. You got to build your team through the draft. Free agency is just to fill a need, fill a spot if you need it. You know what I mean? That you're not going to draft in the draft. It's just to fill spots. But if you find a guy in free agency that it's a need and he's going to do good for your team, you pay him and you get him in here. Or if he wants to have a prove-it deal, you give it to him. But you don't sign all these guys in free agency and expect to do a build. If you can't draft well, you're not going anywhere. You're not. And I have to say it was a very productive, a very good draft. I think the only pick that I didn't like was Donnell Pumphrey, really, and maybe Nate Gary, because I don't know what else he could do yet. I'm actually want to see what more he could do. But other than that, it was a pretty good draft. So
yeah, and we drafted. I just don't want to be what we were doing last year and talking about how they just need to build more chemistry.
Right. And well, that's the whole point. The whole point is coming. That's why you have training camp. That's why Carson Wentz is bringing everybody to North Dakota and they're fucking going fishing. They're doing shit like that because honestly, everything like that. Oh, like Weezy just said right now. Sorry guys, I haven't been looking at the chat. I've been switching back and forth. Shelton Gibson, wide receiver from West Virginia, and we've been going after this guy since like the end of last year. Sheldon Gibson just did horrible in training camp. I mean, individual drills, he was running horrible routes. He couldn't even catch the ball half the time. So I don't know. Sheldon Gibson will definitely be on the practice squad still, see what he could do next year. But I mean, he's got good speed, but he's got to get his own shit together. That's all. And if he doesn't produce well, he doesn't have, he doesn't run good routes. I mean, that's all he did. All he did was run verticals in West Virginia, and that's all he did, really. So, you know what I mean? He made a lot of mistakes. So I don't know what Sheldon Gibson's going to do. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens with him, but we need a true guy. See, like I'm saying, look, like you got to go in there, free agency. This is what I would do, depending on what the cap is, and if they want a prove-it deal or a big money deal, like you go get a low key deep threat. You go get a guy like Paul Richardson from the fucking Seattle Seahawks. Guy's a beast. Guy's not the biggest name out there, but he's a beast. Taylor Gabriel from Atlanta. Guy's fast. Guy could beat anybody. But it depends on money. It depends if they, you know what I mean? It depends. With this team, they should, with this team, you want to play for this team. You prove you want to be on this damn team. You prove you're worth the money. I mean, that's how it should be. Especially if someone's young, like a young receiver in the league or anyone that's a young age should be able to prove themselves. But depending on who it is, man, I don't see them going crazy with the money, but I see them freeing up some cap space, maybe signing one guy in free agency, one need that we really need badly, whether it's a prove-it deal or they sign someone to a substantial deal, and then just draft the rest of the way, you know what I mean? And not draft, but just go in free agency, but sign those depth signings. You understand? Like Bo Allen. Bo Allen's going to be a free agent. Do you think they're going to pay him? I highly doubt it. Highly doubt it. And he's Bo Allen's a former 6th-round pick. So, D tackle's very thin too. Very thin. You got, I think who do you have behind, I forgot, is Destiny Vile a D tackle or a D end? I forgot. I think he's a D tackle. I'm not sure. I thought he is. But we'll see what happens. It's just, I'm not even worried about that now. I'm not even worried about it. We'll see trust me. We'll see whatever shit happens. We'll see. Harry Roseman isn't going to fuck up this whole team. And, we're going to all these, everyone laughed at us with these 1-year deals. They really did. Everybody was laughing at us like, oh, 1 year. Yeah, but you know what? We got rid of Kiko Alonso that was getting paid. Kiko Alonso, and then get rid of Byron Maxwell that was on a 6-year, $63 million deal. And we got rid of that shit. DeMarco Murray was on a 5-year, $32 million, whatever the hell it was, $32 million deal, 36, whatever the hell it was. You know what I mean? We got rid of all those contracts. Don't owe them a damn thing. Nothing. So, you know what I mean? I'm not worried about where it's going. They're not going to fuck up this team, and they're going to get rid of everybody. We're going to lose our whole defense like Dallas did. They got, they put too much money into certain people. Tony Romo was getting paid way too much money. They were still owing him. Des Bryant had a big contract. You know what I mean? Shit like that. You do shit like that, you're not going to have anything. You know what I mean? You're not going to have. I mean, look at Jason Peters. You know what I mean? Do you want Jason Peters back? Yeah, but who knows what they'll do with Jason Peters? Like, they can get rid of Jason Peters because Big V is playing so fucking well right now. If we're winning without Jason Peters to this fucking point, do you think they're gonna fucking, that's just extra amount of dollars they're gonna have to pay? You know what I mean? It's just that's how it is. They have a lot of shit to think about. They have a lot of shit to go over and think about, and we'll find out. So we'll see what happens, by that time.
Yeah, I really don't want to worry about it till after.
Yeah, no, I'm not even worried about it, dude. I don't think we're gonna make bad moves.
It's I get it. Like, I'm not dissing talking about it because it's fun to talk about. It's curiosity.
Of course.
Who knows what'll happen? I mean, the drafts we get, the free agents will sign. I mean, it's exciting to think about. This team has made such a huge leap. Where's the limit?
Mm-hmm.
Weezy, I don't know, because he's really good, but he's really expensive unless he takes another pay cut.
Who?
Peters.
That's what I'm saying, man.
We're gonna keep Peters.
I'm telling you, dude. It's all it's gonna take is, Big V's in there, and he's. Big V's not no Jason Peters, but let me tell you something. That guy came into that role this year, and he did absolutely fucking fine, man. I'm telling you.
Still, this is his second, third year?
But when you get it's vice versa, dude. It's like but then when you get rid of Peters, then you need more depth at left tackle. That's why the draft comes. That's why with this first pick, they better pick the right fucking guy. They got to pick a starter with this first round pick. They should go after a young linebacker. They should go after a left tackle. There's a bunch of positions they can go after. They can, It just depends on what they do with it. But honestly, left tackle and linebacker are probably my two top spots. They're not going receiver. That's definitely not happening. Because receiver was our huge problem last year, pretty much. We still had a lot of issues, but receiver was the biggest problem. So, we just had, like look what Benny Logan. Benny Logan gets paid all that money. He got like a 4-year deal or something like that, 30-something million dollars. Like, and he was just horrible, just horrible. We had DN and Connor Barwin didn't do shit. No hurries, no pressures, no nothing the whole year. He was absolutely quiet the whole entire year. Got beat every fucking play. Couldn't get pressure. So, there's just they'll I'm not worried about. Dude, they're a smart front office, and they've been. Just from this whole offseason, what they've done, like they've made some good decisions, and they haven't given up so much. I think the only high thing they've really given up was a 3rd-round pick for, Darby. But Darby has been playing very well. No corner is perfect in this league. Was Xavier fucking Rhodes perfect in this game today? Fuck no, he wasn't. He gave up some passes today. He gave up a good amount of passes today.
And I think Darby will get better. I think
he'll be fine.
Yeah, like I think him getting hurt, he hasn't had the amount of time with the rest of the team. And defenses, they need their chemistry. They need to be able to know what they're going to do. They need to know where they're going to be, and to communicate without communicating. So I really think that the longer our defense is together, the better they're going to get.
Right.
The next Legion of Boom.
I'm telling you, it's all. And honestly, even if we don't get a left tackle in the first round of this draft, I'm telling you right now, I don't blame them if they go defense again this year with a first-round pick. I don't blame them if they go defense in the first round. They don't. I really don't, because it depends. It just depends what they do. It depends what depth signings they do. Those little tiny depth signings that can make a huge deal. Like, signing, if they want to sign one vet, if they want to, do something like that. There's a lot of decisions to be made, but we'll find out. I ain't worried. We could talk about this shit for fucking, we could be on this, we could stream for another 6 hours and talk about this. Literally, it's just, it's fucking insane, dude. Like, I almost had a heart attack. Last year I was having a heart attack because I mean, I was literally we were the night before free agency. It was me and the rest of the guys. We were in live stream for like 5 hours past midnight. I'm talking to like 4 in the morning. Like, what are the Eagles gonna do? What? Like what the fuck? Like, we had no cap space at that moment. We had no cap space. They didn't let go of Connor Barwin. They had all the Brandon Cooks trade talks. Like, there was so much shit going on. It was just like, dude, we need receivers like fucking badly. Like, we were like at desperation mode. It was just nuts. It's so much to think about. It can stress you the fuck out sometimes. It takes so much and drain your ass just by thinking about all the. I have a lot of trust after seeing what Howard Roseman did this year. I don't, what I mean. I am 100% confident what Howard Roseman could do to free up cap space. About this team luring free agents to this team and saying, hey, I want to fucking prove myself on this team and play well for this team. Tell them I want to fucking tell them I'll do a prove it deal, whatever. I want to get in Philly and start this. You know what I mean? Like, there's going to be players that want to play here. And it's going to be a lot better this year than with players wanting to come here. Trust me.
Yeah, Elshon, when he does interviews and stuff, he doesn't want to admit it, but he knew this team was going to the Super Bowl this year.
Mm-hmm. It's just weird, man. Just weird. Eagle body bags. What's up, man? Just chilling, dude. Yeah, I said the same shit last year, but I said, dude, this quarterback's gonna attract players to this fucking team. I'm telling you, and it did, dude. Jeffrey turned down 3 other fucking teams to come here, literally.
Daryl, I know you're not asking me, but now I don't know. Because before he was asking to be traded and stuff, but now
he's talking about Hicks, not Kendricks.
Oh, Hicks. Oh.
I was like, when the hell he asked that? What are you talking about?
No, it's mixed up. Hicks. I think so. I think he'll be back at least one.
Yeah. Hicks will be here for one more year. And they're going to see if he gets hurt next year, he's gone. It's over, which sucks because I like Jordan Hicks a lot. I do. One more year for Jordan Hicks, and that's it. That's where I'm taking that. But that's all I'm really gonna say about that. I mean, between the pectoral injury last year, and then out for the year, and then he goes on his fucking wedding, breaks his fucking hand, then they deal with that, and then torn fucking ACL. Just never fucking ends. Never ends with this guy. Thank God Michael Kendricks. Thank God we didn't get rid of Michael Kendricks. Forget about it. We'd be screwed at that position because Najee Good and fucking Joe Walker, I am not confident in either one of those guys. Because as soon as one linebacker gets hurt, they always throw to that fucking spot. I swear to God, as soon as Jordan Hicks got hurt, they started throwing to that fucking spot, middle of the field, boom, quick slant passes like 5 times in a row like it was nothing. Like they totally made them look like jackasses out there. Like, just absolutely insane.
Do you think if Gronk plays, how do we stop that?
If Gronk plays, which most likely he will, just one of 2 players you got to really look out for because honestly, Gronk he's not only a tight end, he's a wide receiver. He's pretty much another wide receiver out there with a lot of fucking size. So honestly, dude, that pass rush is just going to make a difference. And number 2, Malcolm Jenkins is probably going to be on him a lot. Patrick Robinson, Malcolm Jenkins, like tight coverage on him. They'll have a plan. Jim Schwartz will have a plan for that. And, I know he had that, the concussion or whatnot. And then honestly, They doubled him and they kind of kept him in check the whole game. But you don't want to put too many people on him because then you're gonna open too much. Too much. It's just it's all about just that. That's why I said it's all about game plan. But really, it's gonna be who's gonna outcoach who. Because I know we're gonna play well. I know they're gonna try and play well. So it's all about outcoaching. I mean that's it. It's what's up your sleeve, man. That's the name of the game, and that's where it's gonna go. So that's what I think. But I'm not worried. I'm not worried. I'm confident. I'm very confident what this team could do in this game. I mean, people are gonna write us off right now because you're facing, one of the greatest quarterbacks that ever fucking lived, pretty much. Future Hall of Famer. So it's just, what do you think we're gonna? What do you think is gonna be said about it? I mean, it's pretty damn obvious. So I'm not. That's just how it is. The name of the game when you face the Patriots. We're going to be underdogs in this game, and that's fucking fine. Whatever, you know what I mean? It is what it is. I actually can't wait to talk about this with everybody. This should be a nice conversation about Tom Brady and the fucking New England Patriots. So I'm actually kind of excited to see what everyone has to say about this team and how we could defend this team. And this team will be ready, man. This team will be ready. It's always us looking out. Oh, what about Gronk? What about Tom Brady? Well, they better look out for us too, because if they underestimate some players on this fucking team, let me tell you something. So that's the one thing they don't need to do. I know we beat them a few years back, but that's a totally different story. I'll never, because I'll never bring that game up because it was just like, I'm not gonna lower myself and talk about that game that we won a few years ago against the Patriots, because that was just a really bad. We lost to Tampa Bay by 4 fucking touchdowns at home. Then we lost to Miami the week after at home by 1 fucking point. Then we go to New England thinking, oh, we're gonna get fucking smacked again, and we just win that game. And I thought that game would save Chip Kelly's job, which really sucked. I was pissed. Like, I was happy we won, but I was pissed because I was like, fuck. I really hope that game didn't save his job. So, I'm just glad that we just gotta get this shit out of they'll be ready to play. Okay, like they played the other day. Forget about it. And all it is more practice, more preparation, and they can fucking do it. That's it, man. I mean, we still got 2 weeks, a week and a half, whatever the fuck it is. You know what I mean? Another 2 weeks. So. You know what I mean? I'm just, gonna enjoy this win. We're in the Super Bowl. Let this shit ease in. Let it sink in a little bit. Enjoy this whole week. You know what I mean? Enjoy this whole week and just relax. Enjoy it. Watch some videos. Maybe rewatch the game again. You know what I mean? Just ride high a little bit right now because we deserve it and haven't been in this spot in a long time. So, and then by next week we'll start getting into all this shit and start getting to what's going on with the Patriots and that's it. And we're gonna go fucking take this shit because I've had enough of this Patriots team, and I think the whole world has had enough of this Patriots team. And I think it's time to dethrone these guys and show what we're made of and bring this fucking Lombardi Trophy to Philadelphia. And that's it. That is all.
Daryl Brown asked, "What about Sproles? If Sproles is healthy, would you play him?"
No, he's done this year. He ain't coming back this year. He's done.
I've seen him working out.
Yeah, no, he's good. Like health wise, he's fine. But they already put him on IR. Like he's.
Oh, it's a roster move.
Yeah, it's a roster move. So if they brought Sproles, they couldn't. I mean, if they did that, then they would have to cut somebody off the team. To bring him in.
Yeah, we picked up players because of him. I forgot about that.
We picked up Ajayi. We picked up even getting Brayman too, another special teamer that played on this team and was a pretty good damn special teamer. Caused a little bit of you know what I mean. So I mean, we'll see what happens, but it's just. We wouldn't have Jay Ajayi if Sproles was still here. We wouldn't have him right now. So
You meant next season.
next season, I think Sproles will be on this team next season. Morally, just because like it's his last year, he's not gonna want money, like a shit ton of money. Like he's gonna be very cheap just because like he just wants to finish his year, and he's not gonna move to a whole nother. You know what I mean? You're gonna go to a whole new another team, probably not a fucking a team that's competing. You know what I mean? He wants to stay here. They'll be like, hey, let me just, he'll just be like, hey, let me just, I just want to be here for my last year. I'm not worried about money. I just want to be here and just finish out my year the right way.
Yeah,
and that's it.
Year.
But I think we'll keep him. Now, LeGarrette Blount, Daryl Brown. If we keep Blount, I don't know if that's going to happen. I probably think he's going to be gone, most likely.
So. I like Blount, but I don't think we should either.
Yeah, I mean, I like him to stay. I would, but I mean, we're already paying him what, $2.8 million for the fucking year. $2.8 million for the year. So what is he gonna want next season? You know what I mean? Like then he could play for another team wants to pay him over $3 million if that's the case. You know what I mean? If someone wants to pay him over $3 million, let him pay him over $3 million because we can't do that.
Yeah, and I think somebody will want him. Somebody will be willing to pay him.
But not even that though. Like Garrett Blount likes playing. You know what? There's two different things. Like it's the money too, but at the same time, like who else is he gonna want to play for? Is he gonna go back to the Patriots? He could do that if he wants, but at the same time, it's like
maybe another team like the 49ers, somebody like how the Eagles were this year, you knew they were gonna beat them.
No, but I'm saying too, I'm talking about like the connection he has. Like I'm talking like he really has a very good relationship with this running back group. Like he with Ajayi, with Clement. Like I mean, how many times there's some he might not. He might say, "Hey, like I'll take this much. Let me be here for another year." You know what I mean? Like he has a lot of, he this running back room, they bond, like they're very connected. There's bonds that make players stay for less money because of bonds and relationships. You know what I mean? Like he really enjoys his running back group a lot. He loves it here. I can tell he does because he bonds every time they're warming up. They're always, they're always messing around. They're always doing stuff together. So, I mean, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. We're not going to know the cap. I'm not going to answer the question about cap space because, no moves were made yet. The season's not over yet. No moves were made. So, I mean, whatever news comes out of trades or cuts or whatever happens next season, I'll be on top of that shit 24/7. So, we'll see what happens. But, we just got to give it a little bit of time. We're in the fucking Super Bowl right now. Let us just focus on the Patriots and we'll worry about all this other bullshit afterwards. And there's really nothing to worry about because Harry Roseman's going to take care of everything. I'm not even worried about it. I'm really not because, we're much smart. This organization, this front office is a lot smarter now. Every move they've made this year has been a very good move, a productive move, a move that could be, it's a futuristic move. I mean, there's a bunch of things that they've done this year that, not even just drafting and free agency, but I'm just talking about the little moves, freed up cap space and, making little tiny signings that make a huge deal. But you know what? Like
getting Ajayi for a 4th round.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like we have Ajayi for another, I think we have him for another 2 years. We only have him for another 2 years. So, I mean, there's always a decision, you know what I mean? But he ain't going to get cut. I mean, Ajayi's not getting – he's still on his rookie contract. He's on a cheap-ass rookie contract right now. So, I mean, there's no point of him, Doug Pearson loves Ajayi. He fucking couldn't believe he was getting Ajayi, for God's sakes. I mean, you fleeced the fucking Miami Dolphins, you got a 4th-round pick. I mean, it's the best thing to go. We're going to get a 4th-round pick back. So, I mean, it's just, it don't matter. The Eric Rowe trade, we're going to get a 4th-round pick back anyway. So, it doesn't even matter. Have 3 4th-round picks again. We'll see what happens. But I have no I have no doubt in my mind about what the moves that they're going to make. They're you can't keep everybody every year. I mean that's just the story, the name of the game. So do I think we're going to lose a significant amount of players? No, probably not. We'll probably lose one or two players, most likely, due to trade or cut or free agency, whatever. But that's it. Other than that, I think we got to get younger, man. Like we just got to get younger, and we got to get some stars in this fucking draft. And if they get signed one guy in free agency, that's just that they know they're not going to draft this year, and they say, hey, we'll see if this guy's a long term answer. He's on a prove it deal. Let's just see what he can do. He wants to play here. He wants to play with Carson Wentz. So fuck it, let him come in. You know what I mean? And that's it. I mean, who knows? So we'll give it a shot and see what happens. But I have no doubt in my mind we'll be fine. I just don't. This team is not doing that. I don't see this team doing that. So, that's pretty much it. But I'm confident in this Super Bowl. I'm confident how this, the offseason will go. We'll be fine. You know what I mean? We'll see what they do. We're going to be surprised at things. It's always every year. Always surprised. Always like, oh, my God, how the fuck did we do this? Why did we let him go? The Jordan Matthews trade probably the only trade I was really, like, pissed off with. I'm not pissed off, like, surprised. I was like, dude, like, because, we didn't know what Aguilar was going to be. You know what I mean? We didn't know what the fuck was going to happen. I trashed Aguilar so fucking bad. I don't know how many videos I've trashed him on. Forget about it. I mean, he deserves it, man. You can't catch your first-round pick. You can't catch a fucking football. You can't run a fucking route. Forget about it. Well, you're going to get some shit from this city. Forget about it. You're going to get it all.
Yeah.
I mean,
I was on the get rid of him wagon too.
20th pick of the draft, like, and you're not even fucking doing a damn thing. I mean, it's just 2 years. In 2 years he only had like 300 something yards. In 2 years, that's it. I mean, that's bad. And he got over 700 yards this year, which is absolutely amazing. Great year. Not just make some catches, but my God, the moves, the yak yards, the yards after catch yards. I mean, just absolutely amazing. That's what he's done this year. So he's a mismatch, dude. When that ball's thrown to him, he catches it, and he just has fun and plays football. That's all he cares about. He just wants to have fun. He's not going to think about, I have to make this catch. You know what I mean? And drop the damn ball. So we'll see what happens, but good shot. Been absolutely good for us, so I ain't bitching about it.
Do we have to get rid of Vinny Curry?
Yeah, we have to. Yeah, which I'd rather get rid of Vinny Curry than Brandon Graham, 100%.
That's what Eagle Body Bags 18 asked.
Yeah, Eagle Body Bags. Vinny Curry is definitely going to be out the door. He's going to get traded, and we're going to get something nice for him. I'm hoping to get a player and a pick for him. That's what I'm hoping to get. Something.
Yeah,
that's what it is.
That's the good thing is that pretty much all of our players are worth something.
Yeah, I mean Patrick Robinson, he's probably going to be gone. He'll get overpaid somewhere. Look, Patrick Robinson ain't no shutdown corner, but with that pass rush, he's been in good spots to make plays. But you got Sidney Jones in the mix now. You got a whole bunch of shit in the mix now with this corner spot. The corner spot I'm not worried about next year. We'll have it figured out by next year. Maybe we won't get our shutdown guy that we need, but maybe this team's not built on that. I don't know. I mean, it's always nice to have a shutdown corner, but at the same time, like, it's all about the chemistry, the bond, and it's all about technique too. Just because like you got good stats, it don't mean shit. You can always have a good year in the NFL and fucking turn flat. It don't matter. We've seen it from a million fucking players. So we'll see, but I'm confident. Been very confident. So you know what? Whatever moves they make is good with me. But Vinny Curry is gonna be gone. Michael Kendrick's probably gonna go somewhere. I don't know where to go, but we'll see.
He says again, so break the lineup if we win. Like, I don't know, the chemistry is important.
Yeah, I know, but you can't keep everybody. Unfortunately, Vinny Curry has too much of a big contract on his hands. That's just too much of a big contract.
Yeah, I think the same thing with Patrick Robinson for how old he is.
Yeah, well, no. Patrick Robinson only got a 1 year, $1 million deal. I mean, that's it.
I mean, to re-sign him.
Yeah, no, I mean, it depends, dude. It just depends what they want. That's all it is. Like, but you know, if he wants to leave and go to another place, go ahead. If they get signed, you know what I mean, then go ahead. But you can't. No, the D line. Look, Derek Barnett's on the come up right now. I mean, you know what I mean. He's already making plays in the playoffs right now. But Vinny Curry, his numbers aren't there. His numbers aren't big as Derek Barnett had a better year than Vinny Curry this year. Probably, I mean, with sack numbers, yeah. Tackles, I don't know, but sack numbers, yeah. Vinny Curry, you can easily get, you know what I mean? Like I know you're talking about, don't break up the line, but you know what? He's got too much of a big contract. And I'd want him gone than Brandon Graham. I want him gone. I'd have Vinny Curry gone more than Brandon Graham.
Yeah.
I don't want Brandon Graham going. He's always disruptive. Vinny Curry, they're both very consistent players, but Brandon Graham is more consistent. So I'm going to base that off of two consistent players. Let's see who's more consistent. And I pick Brandon Graham, more consistent. That's all. And he has less of a contract on his hands because he doesn't have any contract after this year. So that's where the money's going to come in, and then that's it. We'll see what happens. But, the D-line will hold together, guys. It's just they need to sign some backups, and they need to have some depth signings. That's what they need to do. That's where it all counts. That's what they need to do badly. So the depth signings are very important. So that's all I really got to say about it. But I'm excited for this game, and we'll worry about this other shit later. I'm not worried about it now. We got to let's enjoy this. Let's go get our shit. Every team is going through the same shit, dude. Like, it's just they gotta be. Every team is going through. They gotta lose players. They get. It's just shit happens. You know what I mean? It happens. But if we lose Vinny Curry, I don't think we're gonna be. If we lost Vinny Curry, I don't think we'd be fucked right now. No, I don't think so at all. It's one less guy on the depth chart. It's one less guy that's not, in the lineup. But at the same time, it's, I think our front office is capable enough to, find a decent backup or whatever. I mean, it don't matter, or draft another guy, or it depends. It all depends. But I think we're fine. If losing Vinny Curry it's not like we're losing Fletcher Cox or something. Like Fletcher Cox is getting traded or something. And that's different. That's a different fucking story. You know what I mean? That's a wholly different fucking story. So, I mean, I'm not worried about that position. Even linebacker, I'm not worried about it because you still got Nigel Brad in there. See what happens with him. And, Ellerby's here too. They can sign Ellerby for another year. There's going to be some signings. Not everyone's going to be 23 years old on this team, young and fucking all-star. I mean, you're going to have guys in, their upper age, prime of their career, or, near the end of their career. They just want to play for a few years and let time roll by and hopefully get to a championship, whatever. So we'll see what happens, but I ain't worried about where this is going. I think they'll be fine, but way too much to think about right now. Way too much. It's another heart attack waiting to happen soon, but not right now.
Right, and unlike other teams, we still have one more game to worry about.
That's it, dude. We got the Super Bowl, bro. We're in the fucking Super Bowl. Keep saying that. Still not believing it when I say it for the 10th millionth time. It's amazing. So, what time is it? Oh boy, almost 4 here. Holy shit. So, yeah, dude, I appreciate you, Nat, for coming in here, man. I wasn't expect to be on here for this long anyway, but you came in and was going to be on here longer. So,
well, I always enjoy talking.
Yeah, dude, definitely. It won't be whatever. Join whenever you want. You don't have to ask or whatnot. Just be like, hey, send me the link, and I'll freaking message you the damn link, and that's it. So we'll be fine with that. Gonna probably get going. Definitely gonna get some fucking sleep. So I'll be back with a live stream tomorrow or whatever. I mean, I'll stay in touch with everybody and see what everyone's doing, and we'll probably do something tomorrow or whatever. It don't matter. Whatever. Don't matter. No rush. So that is it.
Yeah. Yeah. I got my kid tomorrow. It's 2, so I'm pretty late here too.
Yeah, I didn't realize it was almost 4. I was like, damn, all right. But I got really nothing to do tomorrow. I'm just gonna clean the house and stuff and just chill out, and that's pretty much it. So that's all I'm really doing tomorrow.
Yeah, I'll be free after. It'd be about 9 your time, I think, because it seems like I'm an hour behind you.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Yep.
So I'm definitely down to talk more Eagles.
Yeah, dude. I'll let everybody know when I'm live streaming and stuff. I'll set something up this way everyone gets notification, and we'll figure it out by that time. We'll be all right. So
sounds good.
That's it. All right, Nat. All right, man. I will see you later, and thank you everybody for joining up, and we'll talk some more Eagles this week. Enjoy your fucking week, and let's go fucking Birds. All right, man.
Have a good night. Be safe.
You too, bud. You too.